Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children, welcome to the Fox Den. Had a quick update. All right, guys, the motor's done. Okay, everything is in, everything's up, running. We're good. Let me tell you something. Everything that has broke since I put the motor in has broke. Had everything going. Car was running really good. Then we're coming home from church last Sunday night. No, Sunday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday night church. We're Baptists. And it's the 7 o'clock service, and we're coming home. I'm almost home. Boom, she dies. And the great thing about the Mustangs and having gauges is that you can tell what the problem is really quick and right away. And what happened? Well, the fuel pressure gauge, I kept trying to fire the car. It wanted to start, and then it shut off. And it tried to start again, and it shut off. And what it was doing, it was just acting off the pressure that was left in the fuel rails. When you turn the key on the ignition start, the injectors fire. And, but anyway, yeah, there's no pressure in the fuel system. So obviously the fuel pump had died. So I thought, right? So let me show you. Quantum Fuel. If you ever heard of those guys, they sell a really nice kit on their website for the Fox body where you can run the A&N fitting lines. Because the fuel pump hat that they have, here's the old one. They have these A&N fittings that are, welded right into the line here, which is great. There's a -8 feed and a -6 return. It's a really nice hanger. And it comes with this 340 liter, nice pump, E85 compatible. And, I thought this was a really good thing to buy here. And so, the pump has lasted for, I don't know, a year and a half. I guess that's not long, but it lasted, if that's lasting. And so the car shuts off. I come out this morning, and the car starts right up again. So that led me to think, must be something else, right? Then I had to stop and think for a minute, because when I was out there and the car shut down, I kept turning the key, and no pump, no prime. All of a sudden watching the gauge, nothing. And I'm like, did it overheat and just shut off, like in a shutdown mode, a safety mode? And I'm like, no, couldn't have. I wasn't running the car hard. The car had a full tank of gas, so it was completely submerged. So I think the pump was starting to go, is what it was. That's all I can think of. I don't know. If you know something I don't, please put it in the comment section. I'd love the advice and the help, because that's new to me. I came back out. The first thing I thought, obviously, was the relay under the seat. So I come back, I pull the one out of the other car, I go out there, nope. I was like, uh-oh. And the first thing that hits me is like, I got a deposit down on the dyno for Wednesday, which I'm not going to get back. So if I say, hey, I can't come, well, then I lose $100, $600 for a tune, by the way. It went up $100. That's crazy. It used to be just $500. Now there's $600. Anyway, praise the Lord for Holly, huh? So that's what happened there. And so that broke. So what did I do? Yeah, I went and got the Aeromotive 340 for $122, and we put that puppy in, and wow. Let me just say this. That pump is great, man. It has a nice long prime to it. The Quantum pump was like, man, and that was it. The Aeromotive was like, whoa. And I'm like, wow. And the car fires up a little bit easier, and it holds pressure. You know what I mean? I think there's a check valve in that pump too. That pump is just awesome. So that went. Then the next thing broke, okay? These are these hot forged distributors from like LMR it's a good distributor, and it's got a billet, a body, which is good. And it's pretty much the one step down from MSD. And what happened? The pin that holds the gear onto the distributor shaft broke yesterday. I pull, no joke, out of the driveway for another shakedown, test and tune, because, I'm putting all this stuff back together, and I'm driving just to make sure nothing else breaks in the car, get everything broken in, get some miles on this new rebuild engine. We only got like 50 miles on this motor. And a lot of people would shy away from the dyno being that fresh on a rebuild. They would say, no, put 500 miles on the motor, then come and we can do it then. But I believe the motor's ready. We'll go for it. Send it, right? So I get out of the driveway, and now literally just like right there, and boom, she shuts off. And it was weird because when it shut off, it was like, whoa, just dead. And when I turn the key, I can tell if there's no spark. You guys know. And you can tell when there's nothing, So I pull it back in. I'm looking, checking over the wires. And for some reason, I just popped the distributor cap just to look inside. And I just grabbed the rotor. And what happened? That thing, I could spin the rotor freely. And I was like, oh no. Absolutely horrible. You got to be kidding me, man. And I'm thinking, I just rebuilt the motor, and whatever broke is in the motor. There's metal pieces. Oh, this is horrible. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I got the ARP drive shaft, oil pump shaft in there. I know that didn't break. That is forged steel. There's no way. I'm like, dude, something on the cam broke. No. I'm like, what? So I pulled the distributor out, and I was surprised the gear was still stuck on there. And lo and behold, I was looking, and the gear, I could just spin it freely on the shaft, and I knew what happened. It was that cotter pin that goes in there, and it broke. So, and I don't know how this was. I'm over here looking in my stuff, looking for anything that I have in here, and I'm just like nosing through my drawers, and I open this drawer, and there's two of them sitting right there. And I don't know why. I don't even know how I put it there, or if I did put it there, or how they even got there. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, why? What? I'm thinking, man, I got to order this piece. This is a special piece. It's probably a really hard piece to find, and I tapped it right in, and we're good to go. Praise the Lord for that, right? All right, so we got that. And now we're pretty much good. Let me tell you something. These professional products, dampers, I guess they're okay, but for reading timing marks, garbage. Garbage. I gotta find top dead center correctly on this thing, mark it correctly. I'm telling you right now, if you got the money to go buy the ATI or super dampers, buy them. Yeah, they're like $400, but buy it. It's just, I wish there was a way where like a laser or something could like literally know exactly where your timing was, dead center, and you could have a readout like on a gauge or a small digital screen that shows your timing, even if you took the distributor out and you put it back in and you don't know where you're at, you know what I mean? And you turn the ignition on and it can tell you right where you're at and how much you're out and where you need to be. Turn the distributor 180 degrees this way and you'll be good to go, and point the rotor towards number one cylinder and fire it up. You know what I mean? If there's a product like that out there, that'd be outstanding. You know what I mean? It's just, I kept taking it out, putting it in. I tried to find top dead center, pointing towards one, so I can at least start from there, right? And no. I did it again. No. Backfired like crazy, like a bomb went off. Because when you're turning the ignition and you're dumping all the fuel, and all of a sudden it wants to, oh, now I'll fire, although it's like 180 degrees out, it goes boom. And it's like, whoa. So, anyway, we got it, though. And I think that we're going to go ahead and get an MSD ignition here, or at least a distributor down the road. Or buy some of those pins that are forged or even Maybe billet would be great. We'll see. So we got that going on. I got a new temperature gauge. That everything was garbage. I had to keep opening the hood, come out here, I had to fiddle with the thingy with the line, and all of a sudden it would start reading the temperature. And I'm like, dude, garbage. I get the auto meter one, and what happens? Boom, boom, boom. It starts, as soon as I start the car, it starts reading immediately. Man, I tell you, don't buy the gauges at AutoZone just to get one. I think you're going to be okay with it. And no, my gosh, this is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And the products out there, they're just getting worse and worse, man. Spend the money. So, all right, we're ready. We have an 80 millimeter dual ball bearing, VS Racing. This is the Barry Cook's turbo, which is like a special edition from VS Racing. It's a really nice turbo. And we got the bigger exhaust housing, 115 AR. So back pressure will not be an issue. It's stepped down to a 3-inch pipe and out. It's all 3-inch exhaust all the way out the back, and it's all straight through exhaust. It's open. I do have a single, just a one-chamber exhaust on the end of it, just to keep it, you know. But when we go to the dyno, we have the options to take it off, and we'll put the bullets on, and so forth. My only downfall that I think I'm going to have when I go to the dyno, and I hope it's not a downfall, is that I'm shooting for 600, but I have a 38 millimeter Turbo Smart gate. I don't know if that gate is too small for 600. I don't know. But we're going to see what happens. I hope it's not too small. You know, I have Turbo Smart everything on this car. The top of the line stuff, man, because I don't want to go cheap on this. You know, it's really important to me that I have the best product on this car to achieve the goal. But we'll see. I think I need a 44 or higher. You can overgate and undergate. And I think I might fall in just around maybe 450 to 5, and that might be it. I don't know. But we'll see. If I can hit 6, it'd be great. She's bored 30 over, forged I-beam Eagle connecting rods, forged SRP with the thick crown nitrous turbo pistons. We didn't gap the rings, so I don't think I need to do that. Some guys would beg differ, but I'm not shooting really high boost numbers where that would be an issue. I'm not going over 15 pounds of boost. That's it. Whatever she gives me between 10 and 15, that's it. I have a Scat 9000 series, knifed edge, chamfered oil holes, performance crankshaft, which is rated for 6, which obviously we know that's underrated. And we have the King high nickel content turbo racing bearings in this car, which were so expensive. Oh my gosh. Those bearings were no joke, man. I spent like $300 on bearings, close to it. And we have the F-Cam in here, which I don't know. F-Cam and a Turbo 302 is great. But an F-Cam and a 351 board 30 over, I don't know. We'll see. Justin LX car performed great with the cam. He's board 30 over also. Boom. So we'll see what happens. That's it, man. I just want to give an update. We go Wednesday. Please say a prayer for me that we get there okay. I have to drive to the dyno. I'm not having the car towed. I've been driving the car. It's been 14, 14.5, 14.3. There's some lean areas here and there, but it doesn't stay there. It's just when it's bouncing around. You know, so I checked the plugs, look good. The plugs have fuel on them, which is good. They're not like white, which would be no-go. So we're okay to drive there, which is good. I have AAA. I got 4 tows left. I was going to just have it towed. I have that luxury. Praise the Lord for that. And I can go up to 100 miles. So we'll see what happens. Getting excited. I just hope that the transmission holds up in 4th gear, because that's the gear they're going to use for doing the dyno pulls. 4th is 1-to-1 in the T5. I have a 315 gear ratio out back, which is a highway gear, because I like the top end speeds, but we're using straight up turbo power to get the car moving. We're not using the gear ratio or, you know, a 373 or anything like that. So we'll see. I like to stay in the gear a long time and just pull, 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 and then shift. You know, the close ratio transmissions, you got to shift real quick, and then that's all you got. You got nothing else left. So, and I don't want to buzz the RPMs in this motor. I want it to last. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. I just found out that also I can run a V6 T5 with a 5.0 94-year bell housing. I won't have to change anything. So we're going to put that in the other car and get that going. So that'd be cool. I can get the bell housing off eBay for $250, get the trench here right down the road for $200. Boom. It's settled. I can't wait to drive that car with the stick in it. That car is nasty, man. Just, for some reason, we just got the right cam with the right set of heads and just matched up perfectly. The GT40Ps and the cam from Comp Cams. I forget what number it was, but it's just a perfect combo. It just seemed, sometimes you just hit it right on the money, man, when it comes to parts. Some guys just throw stuff together. I'm guilty of that. So, and all of a sudden you hit the sweet mark, you know? So, all right, guys, subscribe, please like, and please leave me comments about that, see what the deal is. And we're getting ready. I'll keep you up to date. If I don't post anything from now until the dyno day, I'll let you know what it made. I'll try to do my best to film it because I'm staying with the car and I'll be leaving with the car, and hope everything goes good. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Please subscribe. Peace.